I woke up, I think 30 minutes after the event started, so I didn't watch it. I know some things based off of information I saw on Twitter. We are going to Kovier, apparently. That's all I know. I haven't watched any gameplay footage yet, and I wanted to record my first reaction to it. Okay.
Sleep, is he? The ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract.
The language, man. Oh.
We's veered off dry road. Oi, the devil's after you! This running from!
Oh my god, okay. What the hell was that? Oh, oh. Okay, of course, it's a monster. And the carriage is being lifted. Oh, you're falling off a cliff. Oh, oh my god, this is so cool! Woo! Oh, crap. What monster is this? What are we looking at here? Huh? Oh, it's got wings. Is that a dragon? That's scary. Now that's just scary. What was that? Oh. Okay, Siri. Let's go, Siri! Oh, look at that. Look at the graphics. Oh boy.
Salt.
Salt?
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Ruin? Oh, look at this. Woo! Look at her. Okay. Alrighty. The music. That is Percival, isn't it? Woohoo! Sebastian.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more. We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kitek from CD Projekt Red. We have a lot to talk about. Hey, guys.
Hey. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open-world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
Born ready.
Born ready.
Kitek is going to play the build for us.
I love Sebastian.
Let's do it.
Okay. Woohoo! All right, this is in-game.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4.
Look at that.
And are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5
Yep.
at 60 FPS with ray tracing.
Yep, that's the
So in
most
the game,
impressive
you'll
part
be
about
playing
it.
as Siri, a professional monster slayer, a
Ooh,
witcher.
okay.
She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin.
Look at the mountains, bro.
The region we are in is called Kovier.
Kovier, baby,
You'll
let's
get to
go.
explore it in a game.
We're going to Kovier.
Right now, Siri is investigating the monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
Yep. Oh, look at that. Oh my
All right,
god.
everyone, meet Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
Ain't no way.
So just like Geralt had wrote, Siri has her own loyal companion.
Look at her. My God.
Return to town.
These two characters
Oh.
needs to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Look at
Yeah,
Kelpie's
and to
legs,
support
man.
that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So
Okay.
Siri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also
Okay.
support root motion movement.
Oh my
on Kelpie.
God. Did
So
you see?
controlling
Okay,
her
I'm
feels-
sorry to interrupt. Did you see the movement? The movement. Okay, when she backed up,
And we also support
that is so realistic. Okay, I'm gonna actually pause the video quite a bit here and there. I'm sorry about that because I need to dissect things. But yeah.
motion movement on Kelpie. And speed.
Okay.
And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie. So controlling her feels realistic and grounded.
Wow,
And
man.
there are also some really
Holy
nice
hell! Look at that.
improvements to our Unreal.
The mount. Okay. This is like The Witcher 3, but in like upscaled. Oh, this feels like The Witcher 3, but 10 years later. I mean, and that's a compliment.
Chaos Flesh Solver. And these machines. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver. And these machine learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the
Oh,
performance.
wow. That is cool. Yep. The whole mesh and everything. Wow.
So let's leave Siri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So
Woo!
much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Okay.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. In order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was
Oh,
needed.
there's a bear.
So instead of the
I see a
same
bear.
efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old
Wow.
LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast.
I think
to
that's in
render.
Assassin's Creed
And these
Shadows
dense
too.
clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our
Oh,
shadows. And
wow.
they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve
Holy
their
moly.
vision without compromise.
And
That
no
is so
compromise
impressive.
means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals.
Oh
but more
my-
than that, together with
The
Epic,
wildlife,
we
we are
create
getting
vision
some
to life
glimpse, the
with
deer there.
incredible Visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Siri.
Oh wow. Oh my god, look at the town. The water. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. And this is a live stream. There is some blurriness in the quality, even at 4K, but still, I am
Welcome
blown
to
away.
Vrest. So
Welcome to
Vrest-
what?
Welcome to Vrest.
Wadrest?
So Vrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade, and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands.
Okay.
Also, where
Oh,
Chewie took
look
her
at that.
current contract. The lands. It's also where Chewie took
Oh my god. Damn, it's so vibrant. This really feels like the North. The use of colors and everything in the buildings and all.
on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
Okay.
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's
Oh, look at that. It is bustling, baby. Holy moly.
see what Vargas has to offer.
Oh, of course he spits at her. Fuck you. Oh, look at the woman hiding her child. on the right. Do you see that? Wow, there's so much detail here already. Look at that. The woman on the right with her child. The child looks at Siri. She looks at him. Okay, yep. And she quickly just turns him away. Wow. Wow. The level of detail there. There's a rat running at the bar. Okay, I know I'm analyzing this too much, but I need to. I'd be remiss if I did not, you know? It needs to be done. Land extra bear.
I present him with a fish. For the furry rascal will often wink.
Okay.
Wait, grants good fortune.
Summoned a witcher here, have they? Wow, look at that, man. I am so impressed. This is so good. Oh, there's a pig.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character
And he's gonna go
actions
pick. Oh my god. Okay. All right. All right. At this point, they're just flexing.
directly affect what happens around you. Sometimes even setting off chain reactions.
Oh my god. Imagine the possibilities with that. Imagine something like that in Novigrad. That's crazy.
Everything is working together.
Okay. And that person is tied up to a stake again. Is he? Yep. Wow. Siri swords and everything. They look so cool.
Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens with
How to
gentleman
fly by...
being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper.
Oh.
That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
When you cheat at Gwent. Okay. Wow. Look, there's a lot of variety. Like, look at that person walking with the stick. He doesn't have a leg. Bless him. Oh my god.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series questions on. Like you probably
He gave what?
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series questions on. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred.
Wilfred, okay. Get your arse up.
A typical day.
Oh my god, man. The transitions here. I'm having a field day with this.
Day's toil.
Who in?
Who in?
With Churess.
Mm-hmm.
What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you.
Yep.
As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The
Yep. Okay, he was smuggling because, okay, and the wagon got attacked. Yep, I see.
manticore that flattened your cart.
Manticore. It was a manticore. Okay. The manticore looked so damn good. There is an illustration of it from a Gwent card, and that is actually, yes, that is how it looked in the trailer right there. Wow, man.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men.
Mm-hmm.
Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton, not here.
While Siri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon the lady's after one of them.
Comes. Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing some and more. Got mackerel cod, all Brexit's finest.
And there is tons of tech at play here, even in a simple market stall.
Yep.
Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
The
Metahuman
fish is
tools,
not actually just an asset. He grabbed it.
improved Unreal smart objects.
Look at that. He grabbed the fish.
Chaos cloth, and more.
Wow.
Yeah,
And all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But
Yep.
the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Vrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
Okay. This is from The Witcher 3 right away. I recognize it.
But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
Okay. Wow.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal's systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And
There's
the
two
whole point
people
is to leave
dancing.
breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. And that's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri?
Let's go. Siri looks so good, man. I cannot. Oh, she went
We are
down there.
making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic.
Where is she going?
I think what we're doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
Wow.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans.
I have goosebumps. Oh, what? I have goosebumps. Look at her.
First look at Lan Exeter.
Lan Exeter is a. Oh my god. Woo-hoo-hoo. And that's the Manticore?
Onward, Kelvin.
Onward, Kelpie.
What?
Woo. Peak. That was peak. That was peak.
Thanks,
Oh my
guys.
god. We have Lan Exeter in the game too.
Seriously, it looks amazing. And we've
Seriously?
also barely scratched the surface of what's coming in Unreal 5.6. So here's Julien to tell you even more. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I spent a lot of time on this demo, so I'm happy to be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6 release. An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus
Look
on
at
our
it.
main goal for the release,
Holy
which was
moly.
performance. We want the
That's so
engine to
good.
scale to large and rich worlds. We want to preserve graphics quality. And of course, we want to deliver high frame rates that you and your players expect. So let's check it out, starting with rendering. If you all remember, when we released Nanite with UE5, it supported static geometry. Last year, we brought skinning to Nanite. And now, we're working on Nanite foliage. It looks as good as this one,
Wow.
is to use 3D geometry for all parts of the trees, just like we do for everything else. However, this is a crazy amount of fine geometry. So we had to rethink how trees are created and displayed. To create them, we developed Nanite assemblies. These 28 little parts that you see are all that we use to build all the spruces from the forest. They are instanced thousands of times and used like building blocks to assemble trees in different ways.
Okay. That's pretty
And as you
impressive.
probably noticed with the wind effect, they even support skeletal animation, which runs on the GPU. Thanks to assembly, we greatly reduce the storage, the runtime memory, and the rendering cost. Then, to display an entire forest,
This is pretty
the
impressive.
challenge was to preserve fidelity and performance from any distance. Let's check up close the level of detail we're talking about here.
Wow. Wow. I remember in games a few years ago, even now, there are many games where the foliage is. It's not. You cannot see the individual branches and leaves and whatnot, the spines like this. No, it's just one mesh of a leaf, and up close, on close inspection, you do know that it's a video game. It's not real, but this, it looks real. Wow. And they're really pushing nanite. They're really expanding nanite in every way. And of course that helps in ray tracing too. Because Lumen is most probably going to be a part of the game too, I expect. I'm not sure, I expect. But that's pretty good.
About here.
Look at that. Individual strands.
Lots of details.
Yep.
But this triangle representation is not the most efficient when far away, due to the amount of overlapping.
Yep.
And that's why we made an adaptive voxel representation. But in reality, you'll never see those voxels this close, since when we move the camera back, they're barely a pixel. Nanite foliage is almost done. We are moving
That's a pretty good. They replaced them with basically small-sized pixels when you back away a lot, because you're not inspecting it up close, so you don't need that level of horsepower to be put into every single tree out in the open world. That would bring your GPU down to its knees. So pretty good. That's impressive. Creative thinking. I like it.
To the mainline as we speak, and it will be available for everyone in 5.7. Another thing I would like to share is that ray tracing and Lumen now run more than twice as fast, with no visual trade-off compared to when UE5 was released.
Wow.
And because of that, we can now hit 60 FPS on consoles. And finally, we rewrote the rendering pipeline to run asynchronously, so you can increase the richness of your scenes even more. Now let's talk about chaos physics.
Okay.
For chaos clot, we improve our clot-to-clot constraint solution. This removes a lot of collision evaluation when garments are piling up and interacting with each other.
Okay.
Even for complex setup like Siri Escape, we hit a sub-millisecond budget on PS5. With Chaos Flesh, we introduce procedural muscle activations to make deformation and motion more natural. Your artist will still have control over tetrahedral simulation and train ML models that run fast in real time. We now support the baking of fluid surface data into lightweight assets to be played back at low cost. This is going to give you high-fidelity water without the performance cost of real-time fluid simulation. For animation, we work on both performance and fidelity. Here, you can see how Siri and Kelpie match up in their interaction. Well, that works no matter the angle of approach. That's our Molds character motion matching solution.
Wow.
We also added motion matching in Sequencer to build.
Yeah, so this is different because remember in Witcher 3 or even many other games coming out now, the character usually, when you press the button to mount the horse, the character usually gets into a certain position first and then climbs the horse. But here it's like any angle, just jump. And these are minor quality of life improvements, but they add up, and they are noticeable when they add up.
We also added motion matching in Sequencer to build stitch tracks. With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic.
This is so impressive. This is so impressive. Holy moly.
Gameplay to cinematic. Also, we now have a secondary layer of animation driven by physics in Control Rig. We used it in Kelpie's rig to drive the mane, the tail, and the saddlebags. And now, I'm happy to announce that all these features are already integrated into our new Unreal Animation framework, which we are releasing as experimental in 5.6. We built it with performance first in mind. Animation evaluation are now running in parallel off the game thread, which was our bottleneck. And for the other character systems that are just as costly, like movement, avoidance, state tree behaviors, we also move them to worker threads. This is really going to help you create scenes that are crowded and lively. Streaming has always been a big deal regarding performance.
Asset streaming?
And the three biggest improvements we made are physics state creation, which now runs async, improve runtime PCG for ground scatter on GPU,
I don't even know what that
and
means.
a new FastGeo plugin to stream static geometry.
Okay.
And just to take a different example, in CitySample, the streaming time was cut down by 90% while moving at high speed. We focus on a lot of areas for performance in 5.6.
Yep.
And mobile is no exception. We work on better defaults and
Okay.
scalability settings for
I think it's
mobile
over now.
and minimize the default package size.
Because it's mobile. Okay, overall, I am really impressed. And I don't know what to say. It's just really surreal that we are finally getting Witcher 4. It's not gonna happen before 2027, to be honest. That's what I've heard online and everything. But still, looking at this, we are gonna get a pretty good game. I think so. And the tech demo, well, it was a tech demo. It is not actual gameplay or anything. It's more of a demo developed by Unreal and CDPR together. So I still would be hyped, but a little cautious as well. I think it's gonna be good. They're gonna pull it off. I don't have doubts in CDPR. But yeah, it looks really good. It's really, really impressive. The things they're managing to do for foliage and everything, like we saw, and we are getting to see Covier and LAN Exeter. We are going to LAN Exeter in a video game for The Witcher. Can you believe it? Wow. Who would have thought? And we have Kelpie, we have Siri. A few years ago, I would have called you crazy if you told me that we would be seeing all this. I read the books 2 times and I've played The Witcher 3 11 times, and the Witcher 1 and 2 also 1 or 2 times, I'm not sure how much, but like I know the stories really well, but it's been a while. The last time I played The Witcher 3 complete from beginning to end was, oh boy, it was 2021, ending of 2021. So it's been like what, 4 years by now, almost 4 years by now. So I kind of need to brushing up a little bit, read the books again, play the games again by 2027-ish, or whenever by the time The Witcher 3 comes out, Witcher 4 comes out. And man, oh man, I am beyond excited. This was amazing. This is so impressive. This is amazing. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one. This was fun. This was my first type of reaction video. I think it went pretty well. Okay, I'm gonna call it a day here. Adios. Bye bye.